And we'll wait for the camera to switch over. Ta-da! Yay! Good morning!
Good morning.
I'm Tony.
I'm Farron.
And this is Cut Up and Sew What's Up. I can't say it like Joanne. It doesn't come naturally.
No, it doesn't. That's why I'm just kind of like, I'm going to fumble like crazy today. You're going to make me look good. I'm going to make you look bad.
No, no. We'll be good. We'll be good. So come on in, say hi, where you're coming from. We come on every Monday morning at 9 o'clock. We're in a new location.
St. Augustine, Florida, in our St. Augustine shop.
Yeah. And it's cool. And they've got we got fun things to talk about and everything. Look, there's all sorts of people on. Good morning, Christy, Cassie, and Denise, and Bonnie on YouTube, and Cindy.
There's a lot, yeah.
Well,
Right
there's the number. We have a lot of watchers.
We do.
We have a lot of lurkers. Are you lurking? Say hi. We'd love to hear from you. It just helps us feel better that we're not talking to dead space.
Absolutely.
And we also know that Josh will be watching later, too, so we got to look good.
Oh, yes. Got to look good for the boss.
That's right. While the boss is away, we got to look good. So if you're watching on replay, don't forget to hit those tap in hashtag replay and hearts and love. We love it. It makes us algorithms, all the happy crap.
Exactly.
We're very relaxed. I'm just going to have fun today. But I am prepared, so we stay on topic, and hopefully we won't talk too long to an hour. I don't want to be talking an hour.
I'll try not to. I'm long-winded.
So maybe you are Josh. I'm Joanna.
Hey, there we go. We're the new Josh and Joanne for Monday mornings.
That's right. Too funny. So let's get started. You want to start with Bernina?
Yeah, actually, let's start with Bernina. So
I'm gonna put a little thing here.
yeah, a little bit. These are awesome. We'll get to that in a second. But Melanie, Josh, and I just got back from Bernina University. It's our yearly convention. We were in Salt Lake City. It was great. It's 4 jam-packed days full of training and lectures. It really is just so much to absorb. And Bernina has got a lot of great things coming up for the next year. All the new updates to the 7 series. You're going to hear about those at the watch party. Their not merger so much as their
acquisition. They acquired
the rights to Warner Brothers. Thank you. So we've got a lot of Warner Brothers OESD designs. We got to see first look at some of the digitizing, what they were stitching out. They're breathtaking. Again, we're going to cover a lot of that at the watch party, as well as the new 335. The 3 series has been completely updated.
That's really cool.
It is. They've added the same interface of the rest of our machine. So you get that big touch screen. Buttonholes on that machine are just as simple as the rest of the series, which is really great. The new Burnett line is coming up. The Maker, the 64. It's phenomenal. I got a chance to sew on it.
It's a pretty color, too.
It is a very pretty color. And they brought Yaya Han back with I think it's a B37 for those who are strictly sewists. So we're looking forward to getting all those machines in. They've already been ordered. I don't know about this. Well, they're going to be shipped ASAP.
Oh, okay. So it's whenever they get them into the warehouse.
Yeah, we should. They're already in the warehouse. So hopefully we'll get some of them before the watch party because also Bernina purchased Dime. So now we have a whole range of new magnetic hoops.
Ooh, for the Berninas.
For the Berninas. Designed by Bernina for Bernina.
That's really cool.
That is awesome. Yeah. And if you are a Bernina user, these are fantastic. These are a little travel footbook. You circle the foot you have, keep it in your car, your purse, wherever. That way, if you're like me, you don't think, oh, I don't have that foot. And I get home and I realize, I have 2.
Well, you need one for your travel machine and one for your main machine.
So there was just so much that happened in those 4 days. We really can't cover it here, but sign up for the watch party. It is free, but seats are limited because we are restricted. But Melanie and I are going to be here. We're going to answer every question you have to the best of our ability, and we're very excited about it.
I'm very excited about it. I wish I could be here. I won't be here. I'll be in Atlanta.
I don't want to go back to Atlanta.
There was bad stories in Atlanta.
We got stranded in Atlanta. Car trip home. It was fun.
Well, at least it was a car trip.
It was. We didn't have to hitchhike. We wouldn't have got far.
Thanks so much. Oh, too funny. So just keep in mind, we always have a lot of stuff going. I have uploaded more classes. I'm starting to fill up the falls, and I'm already looking at 2026.
Oh wow, let's get ahead of that.
Oh, of course. But that way it saves me time later on. But don't forget, we have the fabulous fall lineup. I forgot my little lamination cards. I left them at the other shop. So fabulous. I can't say it.
Say it 6 times fast.
Fab fall lineup.
That fall lineup better.
I like that better.
I like that better.
So our first one coming up in September is Five Little Monkeys. We have Angie and DJ from that little shop. They're going to talk more about Quilter Select tools.
Ooh, I love them.
Really excited
Quilter
that.
Select.
Yeah, I like the fusible powder too. That's one of my favorite.
We just got that in. I've yet to try it, but I look forward to it. I'll fuse myself together.
It's not. Maybe now. But she's going to talk about rulers, different tools they have. And then the next day, so this is September 14th and 15th. On the 15th is an all-day class called Dynamic Dresden's. And so it's already started to fill up. So if you want to do it, you got to sign up. Just saying.
Excellent.
It's really
Sounds
cool.
Like a class.
So yeah, it is. Because the Dynamic Dresden book, is not your typical grandmother's Dresden plate. It's got a lot of modern elements to it, so it's really neat teaching you different techniques and how to use different tools. So sign up for that, and then we'll talk more about Nina and beach potato because I know Farron wants to see beach potato.
I saw them at AQS. They are phenomenal. They do great designs, and I'm so glad that Josh was able to meet up with them and get them to come here and show us what they can do.
Really exciting.
They're really great. You'll like them.
And they have great kits, so we could talk about that for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later. Right now, I want to focus on September since that is 2 months away. You know about the Great American Chair Challenge?
I do not.
So you guys have this QR code up here?
I think so.
Okay, you might want to find that.
I'm gonna have to look. Bernina zapped a lot of information out of my brain. I had to get rid of some to fill up with more.
True.
So
you only got one day off too between the time you got back, right?
not really. We got back Tuesday. I came in on Wednesday.
You did. I was shocked. So the Great American Chair Challenge is you come into either locations, sit in one of the chairs. You have to spin it, pray with the hydraulics, go up and down, and then open up the top with one of the staff members watching and kind of talking about it. And then you can scan a QR code and get entered into a dream sewing studio, which includes $4,500 worth of cabinetry and the cuckoo barrel. I love the cuckoo barrel. It's the really tall crafting table, and it's solid. I love it.
Yeah, I've got one at home actually, and I can't remember the one that's the really big cabinet. I have that at home. It's huge.
This is Sydney?
I think so. It opens up and it opens up and it doesn't stop. Yeah.
Just keep going.
It just goes. It's
so
great.
come on into either location, get a staff and a member to do the challenge with you, and you can get that. We do have the chairs on sale right now too until the end of July at $329. So that's almost, is that over $100 off?
Yeah.
That's over
$100 off.
That's a big sale thing.
Like $150.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You're right. It is $150. I don't do math on the fly. I need a calculator. Yeah, but good. That's why you're here. And the other thing, just to keep in mind, Kangaroo and Joey, they are our #1 selling cabinet, and they're a perfect footprint in your smaller spaces. And they are on sale. And they have the electric on sale. So normally they are $24.99 without the electric. With the electric, they're $24.99. The electric is a game changer. Pressing that button, bring that machine up to embroidery level, bring it down to sewing level, and then all the way down to
close it up. Yeah, it's great.
It is an
We have one here, not the electric. It's just the regular hydraulic. But if you want to get an idea of what that footprint is, we do have one here in St. Augustine too.
Totally. So come on and check those out. And of course, we also have flyers with the actual depths and measurements, closed, open, blah, 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 blah. So don't be afraid to ask. We love to give information and try to give correct information. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't, but we try.
We do our best.
We do our best. We're so grateful that the manufacturers give us these cheat sheets because we can't remember all the numbers.
No.
I thought I was going to what? I'm reading comments. This is the squirrely moment. So Nancy says, I thought I was going to. I don't know what you were trying to do with Joanne. I think it was a misprint there. But thanks you. Hi, Ann. Sewing room remake should be exciting to win. You're right. Did the test and enter. Yay, Denise. We don't know if you can enter twice. I bet you could. You could do it here and down in Palm Coast at the same time.
We can always try.
Yeah, it can't hurt to try.
It doesn't hurt to try. And we like to watch people spin in chairs.
We like to spin people in chairs.
We do.
We like to have fun. Have you figured that out yet? So the other thing that is going on right now is also Janome is giving a travel mate away, a 300, a 30, a 15, and a 200. Oh my gosh, but you have to go to Palm Coast for that because we don't do Janomes up here. So just go to Palm Coast, scan the QR code. Don't even have to talk to anybody. Just say, where's the QR code? Well, I guess you do have to talk to somebody.
You gotta scan the right QR code.
Just scan all the QR codes in Palm Coast. Should be good. So that's another thing that's going on this month. Sewing for charity.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Project Linus, July 26th in Palm Coast. Please sign up. We just make sure we have enough people, enough chairs, enough tables, all that good stuff. We're going to be focusing on red, white, and blue quilts. So I think she's actually doing blocks where you're going to be making blocks, star blocks, I think. But I'll definitely have Dana on Study Hall. So I will return to Study Hall this Saturday. So I'll probably have her on not this weekend, but next weekend. All right. Christmas in July. Ho, ho, ho. This is scary. Have you guys figured this out that there's somebody behind me looking over my shoulder?
Santa Josh.
Santa Josh.
This is what we get in St. Augustine.
We have the animatronic one in Palm Coast, but
Is it wearing a Josh mask?
No.
It needs to.
No. We did that last year, so you guys get to have Josh here. We had him on a mannequin last year. Pretty funny. So you get to have him this year. But it's Christmas in July. We're celebrating. You're going to see a little Christmas festiveness going on in both locations. And we have lots of new Christmas fabric. First of all, I like these. So I only pulled a couple off the wall. Do you know how to show things in front of the camera? Can you reach? You got long arms?
I'm stretching.
Perfect. So OESD had, did I say that right?
OESD.
I normally mess it up somehow. They
So
have lots of them, don't they?
We do, and we've ordered even more.
Wow.
So this one is like, your elf on the shelf. This is Bobbin.
Oh, Bobbin.
It's so cute. It's an in the hoop design. You create the whole thing in the hoop.
That's really cool.
Tiles.
There was also a boy one over there.
Yeah, there's a little boy as well. This is the girl, and we have the boy. These are really cute. These are
Little stockings?
in the hoop embroidered tile scene stockings. So keep going close. Got to learn to reach. So if you've ever wanted to do a tile scene, but they're very daunting because they are 32 individual tiles, this is great. There's only like 4 to make the front of the stocking. Phenomenal.
What's the size of the stocking? I think it's on the back.
It is 15 by 9.
So it's like that's a standard size.
It is. And they're so cute. I did the Santa last year.
Oh.
These are fun. Every year, OESD comes out with a new gingerbread house. This was, I believe, last year's. And this year, it's a beautiful little covered bridge. As soon as those designs come in, we'll be putting one together to display. So you'll get to see that, along with all the new secrets.
I love these 3-dimensional pieces. So what it is like they put eyelets with little knobbies on the opposite pieces to interlock. They're the coolest thing to do for embroidery.
They are, because then you can store them flat. You
Correct.
take them apart, you put them in a little box. You don't have to store the whole thing upright.
Correct.
You can store them flat.
That's awesome. So they have Christmas designs here. I don't know if we have any down in Palm Coast, but OSED it's all up here. But which now will be in both places. I think we'll start carrying it both places because
Absolutely.
Dime is now owned by
OESD.
Yeah, cool.
Which is owned by Vernina.
They just want to take over the world.
Slowly.
Yeah, well, they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
So I brought just a couple fabrics. And then, of course, we have, you can't see because Santa Josh is behind me. We'll talk about him in a second. Let me stand out of the way. So this is a really cool panel. So in Palm Coast, we don't have but one panel. So they have lots of Christmas panels up here in St. Augustine. I love this old-fashioned Santa, and that's kind of what I pulled a couple pieces. You can see naughty or nice, and it's a rustic color. I dare say it's very traditional, kind of old Santa feel. Now that one's Dan Morse, and that one's really cool too.
This is a very cool design. We have a panel for these as well. They're blocks of the characters. And I believe Melanie is actually working on a shop sample for that.
And you guys got to come see the shop samples we're working on for the holiday stuff. It's amazing. So, and then Gretchen just finished this last week. I got to watch her play on the 990 all week, or all day on Wednesday. And they're little pockets, an advent calendar. It's stinking cute. And then it comes with these extra little pieces that can be ornaments. They're not meant to be stuck in. I was baffled by that. I thought, why don't they stick in? She's like, that's for candy. I'm like, oh, okay. But I like the spool. So this could be great for a sewer. You can put needles and other stuff in there.
Thread and little notions. Absolutely. Your own sewer's like chocolate.
Never have enough chocolate.
Never.
And then we do have a couple modal lines here.
These are really cute. These kind of have that, I don't know, like was it like the 1950s nostalgic view of the pinks and the peppermints.
It's my favorite. I love it. It's like Danish modern.
Yes, I love these. They're so cute. Look at those. Right there.
That looks great.
3-yard bundle.
There you go.
Yep, 3-yard bundle. Make your Christmas 3-yard quilt.
Done.
Done.
Get done this month. You don't have to worry about it again in December because they'll be ready to go out and hang out. That is awesome. And there's more. I just pulled like a couple bolts of a few of them because I don't know if I'll be back up here. But I don't know. I'm having fun. I'm going to have to come visit again.
You should. You should come more, visit more. Well, Josh is away. You're a little more. Can travel more?
Yeah, maybe.
I might be getting a text later.
Keep her in Palm Coast. Okay. All right. So let's talk about what's going on in Christmas Jar. We have a lot of promotions. Pull out your pen and paper.
We'll wait.
Oh, yeah. We got time.
Okay.
And then watch for the email this week. It'll have all the details in it, just so you can keep up with all the crazy fun. Because, you know, we like to have fun. I'll put Josh Santa back there. It is weird. It feels like he's looking over my shoulder. Just so you know, Josh, that's weird. Actually, I took a picture of it and I said, this is creepy cute, is what I told him. So
I walked into it and the lights were still off.
That's creepy scary.
Very creepy scary. I appreciate that.
So if you go to Palm Coast, you come to St. Augustine, take a picture with your head in the center with Josh, you're going to get entered into a $50 gift card giveaway. Ooh, yeah. So we have to let one of the staff people take a picture, and then we'll give you a ticket, and we'll put it in a separate bucket, and Josh will pull that out when he comes back in August. If you're on Palm Coast, you just take a picture with the big, tall Santa there. We won't turn it on so it won't freak you out, because he does move, and he sings and talks. He's all
go, yeah. We'll stick with the cardboard.
We don't have it turned on right now. We should, though. That'd be fun. So take a picture with Santa this month in July, and be entered in a $50 drawing. All our Christmas fabric, including our new stuff, is 20% off, just like we did for Halloween, right?
20% off
on fabric and designs,
and
patterns
and
panels, everything.
If it's Christmassy, it's 20% off.
I don't know if I'm going to say Christmassy because then I can go everything green and red. You never know. Catch us on a good day. We might like you enough to, It's 20% off all Christmas fabric. We're ornery. We are ornery.
It might be the last time I'm allowed behind camera.
It's all good. We're having a good time. Show and tell. So the other thing that we really I'm missing is seeing you guys' stuff. I love to share a show and tell from customers when they come in. As staff, we forget, but now I'm giving them a reason to remind you. Bring your show and tell in, and let's take pictures, and you'll get 30% off of one cut of item. It doesn't have to come from the store, but it does need to be complete. So I can take a picture with your face, so I can post it on social media.
Excellent. I like that idea.
Yeah.
There's so many beautiful things that come through here. And it's like, we just want to get them out into the world. Let everybody appreciate your work.
It's inspiration.
It is very much.
It's very much. And I think as staff, we forget to ask. So we're giving you an incentive that, if you want 30% off one cut of fabric, bring those pieces in and say, hey, I'll take my picture. That reminds them to take their picture.
Yeah.
But you can only do it 3 times this month. I can see somebody coming every day of the week. I've got 20 things done, only 3. And make them the best. But again, it doesn't have to be fabric from our store, patterns. It can be anything.
No, it can be anything.
It can be an ornament. Well, it needs to be a project, not like an ornament, but yeah. Again, catch us on a good day. We're pretty flexible. And then we have our floor model sale.
Yes.
All our sewing machines.
all of our sewing machines. We have special pricing.
Everything.
We need to move them because for Bernina's side, we've got a lot of new stuff coming in. So the floor models need to find new and loving homes.
Go. And it's Christmas in July, so think of it as your own Christmas present.
Absolutely.
And then in December, you can get something else. You know, just kind of.
Like the way you think.
I know. I'm thinking ahead. Always. Always. Okay. So that's what's going on. I hope you roll those notes down. I asked Farron to talk more about long arming services and what we do here and how that works.
Yes. So, for years, this location has done long arm service, whether it was bees or now cut up and sew. We have two very new talented gals working with us, Martha and Kristen. They have, I think, at least over 20 years combined, just the two of them.
Right.
When you bring us your quilt tops, we get excited because we love to see all the work that you do, whether it's traditional, it's modern, you think it's simple, they're beautiful. But we want to remind everybody, when you do bring them into us, the one thing that we have to make sure of is that your back is at least 8 inches larger than your quilt top. So for example, if your quilt top is 50 by 50, your backing needs to be 58 by 58. That allows us to be able to clamp it to the rollers and on the sides so it can move free, so the sew head can move freely. Other than that, if you're providing your own batting, which we always encourage, that just needs to be about 4 inches larger. So
it doesn't have to be as large as the backing?
52. No, the batting does not. The backing, because we don't clamp the batting, we just clamp that backing and keep it taut. Otherwise, it will sag. Because the sew head will run into the clamps on the side, and we don't like that because that's when accidents happen.
So if they're piecing a backing, how do you like them to piece it?
Oh, they can piece it however they want. If they want to do one seam, more is fine. We can work with more. It's when we get to the less that we worry about, because we don't always have the time when we have a customer bringing in 6 quilts at a time or 10 quilts like we just had.
Wow.
I know, 10 quilts, and these are all charity quilts, so that's awesome.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes. So can I say her name?
Okay.
Gladys Wade. She's wonderful. She does all of these charity quilts. She brings them in. We quilt them, and she gives them all away.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
But we just don't have the time to measure each quilt when it comes in. So we don't want to have to call a customer after they've waited 4 weeks. Sorry, your backing isn't big enough.
Oh, good
so
point.
You can piece it 1 down the middle. You can piece 3 together. As long as it lays flat, we're good to go, and it's big enough.
1/2 inch or 1/4 inch seam?
1/2 inch seam. Pressed open, preferably.
And tighter stitch.
Yes.
That helps.
Because again, we're putting these on a rigid frame, and we don't want your seams to pop as we roll it. Not a good thing.
Yeah, very important.
Not a good thing.
So something I noticed Wednesday, we had a quilt on the frame. I almost took a picture. I didn't. I was very reserved. But borders. That's one of the biggest challenges you get, right?
So borders, when you're applying a border, the best way to measure is through the center of your quilt. So if the center of your quilt, the width measures 60, your border at the top and the bottom need to measure 60. You need to make your quilt fit that border. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to start to, I don't know what they call it, waffling, lettucing, ruffling. And the only thing we can do at that point is put a tuck in it. And we don't want to put a tuck in your quilt. We will do it as discreetly as possible. We will stitch it down. But lay your quilt out, measure through the center, add your borders, turn it, measure again from border to border through the center, and make the quilt fit the border. That will keep everything in line. It's easier to work out a little bulk in the middle than it is to get to the end and you're like, oh no,
big tucks in the
it's
board.
waving. I could surf on that.
When they say it'll come out in the quilting, not necessarily. Take the time. It only takes a few extra minutes to do it, right?
It does. So just take a moment, measure it, lay it out on the floor, smooth it, or your bed or whatever. If it's got a lot of movement into it, you may need to take it off, remeasure, and put it back on correctly. A little bit, we can fix that.
Right.
That's not a problem. We have a lot of tips and tricks. Brenda taught me a lot.
How to hide it.
How to hide it, how to make it, smooth it out. So yeah. Sometimes you might walk in and be like, what are they doing? We're fixing. We're fixing, and we will do our best for you every single time.
But at the same time, it saves them time if you can think ahead and just be proactive. That's all.
Yeah.
It
And
takes a few extra minutes.
we want what you've worked hard on these. We want them to look just as beautiful as you expect them to when they come off the frame.
Correct. Oh, Bonnie's got a question. What is the largest quilt you're able to quilt at the shop? That's a good question.
The largest quilt, California King.
Yeah, you have 14 feet?
I have a 14-foot frame and a 12-foot frame.
Perfect.
So which is funny, the 14-foot frame has the smaller sew head on it.
Oh, that is weird.
It is weird.
That works.
So that comes along. People want loose quilting. If it's a big quilt, we'll do the best we can. We'll open it up as big as we can, but we can't always be as loose as people want it to be. So
We're a tight ship here.
we do. Also, tight quilting fixes many problems.
There you go. So
But California King,
what's that, about 120, 124?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we can definitely.
The length doesn't matter because that's rolled up. It's the width. That
It's the
matters.
width. Make sure that we can get it on that frame for those leaders.
So yeah, Bonnie, big quilt.
Big quilts. Make us big quilts. We love a big quilt.
That's a good challenge too. You don't get them very often, do you?
We don't really. We have one that's coming up, and I'm going to take pictures of it also on the frame and send to you
Okay. Cool.
because it's phenomenal. It was like a block a day
Oh,
quilt for a year.
wow.
And it is absolutely breathtaking. It just knocked me out of the park. It's traditional blocks, but with modern pops of color. So
Neat.
it's phenomenal.
Denise says, please put that requirements for quilting in the email you sent. It's a lot to remember.
It is a lot, and I will make sure Tony has that information to send out to you.
That's a good idea. I'll put that. I'll put in our rates too, and in the email I can put the back because you can buy our batting here as well. Then don't forget we have tons of backing fabric.
We do everything from simple muslin to wild geometrics. So we've got it all.
Stuff, yeah, they have a lot more than PC. So, yeah, Denise, that's a great feedback. I will make sure I do that in this email coming up. So,
thank you.
no problem. Wow, that was my list. Oh no, it's the weekly promotion. So we did talk about all the Christmas in July. Don't forget we do have normal stuff going on too. The foot of the month, I should have grabbed one, is a jean foot number 8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Baby Lock and Janome, but I will figure out what foot that might be. But if you need a Bernita foot, that's the one you want to get this month at 25% off. What's a jean foot used for? I should have asked you that question.
You should not be asking me that question live on camera because if Melanie's watching this, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Maybe we'll have.
I've never used the jeans foot for anything.
Yeah, neither. I was looking at the description. Maybe we'll have Melanie come in and do a demonstration. We'll do a live video that way.
Absolutely. I think that's important. There's a lot of these feet have multiple uses that you wouldn't think about. Big book of feet for Bernina users. Look into it. They're phenomenal. You'd be surprised what you can do with I didn't know I could do that with that foot.
Mm-hmm. The multi-purpose feet.
Absolutely.
But they have specific names. So that's what's on sale this month, foot of the month. I'll get the code word in a minute. Fat Quarter Friday. So just don't forget on Friday at both locations, $3 a fat quarter pre-cut. We're cutting more fat quarters right now for Christmas and stuff. So you might be lucky to find something there.
Absolutely.
Now I dropped the ball. I have the tickets, the Cash Cow and Cash Pig tickets for both locations, but they're in my backpack, which is in Palm Coast. So I will draw that next week. I'm sorry, guys, but somebody will win. We'll have 2 winners next week, I promise. So the code word for this week is jingle. Jingle.
Let's get festive. I like that.
That's right. I should have brought my head. I'll do that next week. Like Saturday, I had my antlers on all day.
Oh, cute.
I have one for every day December, but I could do it in July. So that is our show. Look, 9:30. Yes.
Wow. Absolutely wonderful.
I didn't want anybody.
Nobody came in and
I noticed
us.
that.
So I was like, someone's going to walk in and ding us in the middle of this and start saying, hi, good morning. Then we have to pull them on.
Exactly. We can hang out for a minute or two. Does anybody have any questions? I know there's a lot going on. Josh and Shannon are gone, and so is Joanne for the next month. If you haven't heard, they're on vacation. And they won't be back until like the second week, I think, in August, both of them. So it's we're going to have fun. He's like,
I'm trying not to get into trouble while he's gone.
Oh, well, he's not here. What he don't know won't hurt him, right?
Well, it depends on what we're purchasing.
Oh, that's different.
Shan gets those bills.
I don't do any of that. I don't have to worry about it.
No, we're just ordering notions and stuff that we need, stocking up, making sure everybody, when they come in, we have what we want. Oh, one thing I want to talk about real quick before we go. garment fabric will be coming to St. Augustine. Josh has looked into a lot of patterns and whatnot. When we were at BU, we've got a lot of good leads on where to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Pin Tuck and Pearl for that. Maggie Smith was her name, not Dame Maggie Smith, of course. But she gave a wonderful presentation on where to get the fabrics that we would want for our shop.
Oh, he's gonna get fabrics too.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. I do know Melanie. We're setting her up for some classes as well for garment sewing, different ones that we've had in the past. So probably using these new patterns.
Absolutely.
This is exciting. We'll see. I need to come up here more often.
Yeah.
So, well, you know how to reach us. You can call either shop, drop an email at info@cutupandsew.com, or just comment on the videos. We'll get back. I will get back to you. Well, Josh is too. He's actually responding to some Facebook stuff. So don't be surprised if you see something from him. So you guys have a great week, and just come on in and say hi to everybody.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing you.
All right. Live to create.